Hey, what's up, guys? I'm finally back with another video, and I'm sorry for the delay. I just had no idea what to make a video about, but now I do, and it is set number 75312, Boba Fett's Starship. Even though we all know it's the Slave One, not the fire spray, and hashtag make Slave One canon again, I guess. But yeah, this is a really cool set. It's part of Lego's, I guess, initiative to make like these big old sets smaller, such as the TIE Fighter right here, which is a great set. They also do it with an X-wing and the the Lambda shuttle. But yeah, first of all, I want to point out the stand. It is the side build of the set, and it is also a speeder. So that's really cool. It just kind of connects the bottom and under the screen thing. So we're just going to go ahead and take this off the stand, land it, and we'll look at that later. But yeah, here it is. It's a decent build. It's got some control sticks, and headlights, ladder to get up. Although what is unfortunate is that it won't like go up to the cockpit. It won't like, so you can't really have that aspect of like getting into the ship, which would have been cool. So it's mostly just a stand, but it's got some sliding in it, so you can slide it around. It's a fine side build, but yeah. Anyways, here is the Slave One, and first of all, stickers. It's not that bad. And also, you can leave most of them off. I just recommend putting these two on. They're hard to put on because they wrap around, and you really have to get it right the first time. But they are just kind of essential. The other ones are just kind of showing some wear and tear. But yeah, so first of all, I just want to talk about the build. So it kind of builds up from this red base, and it's kind of cool because there's this Technic interior right here to, I don't know what you'd call this, like the front section in it, and then it just forms around, and it feels very satisfying to put this thing together. I have to say, like some of the little bits, like putting this hub on, and like putting these winglets in, and yeah, just a satisfying build because it's such an iconic ship. So when you see it start to take shape, it feels really cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with the cockpit, and you notice Boba Fett is laying on his back, but that's because there's two studs that hold him up straight so when it's flying. But if you don't want him to be like that, and when he's landed you can have him like this, there's a control console, which it's a little weird when his head is on it when he's flying, but you know, it works. And canopy, it's not perfect, it's a little too pointy, but it's not terrible, and I think it's the best one Lego has. And then let's go ahead and look at, I guess, the winglets, because they're an important part. So, nice greebling detail. I like the little small things. You can angle a few things around. But the way this works is when you pick up the Slave One, and set it down, the winglets move automatically. Just it works with gravity, which is really cool. So you don't have to touch them at all. All you have to do is hold the ship. And unfortunately, the chair doesn't do that anymore. They used to, but this is just too small of a build to have that to work. But then here's the cannons, which you can angle them up and down. You can also kind of move them in and out. You're not supposed to do that, but you can if you want to. And then for actual shooting, you can use these stud shooters. My only problem with them, because they work fine, except access is not great unless you're kind of holding it like this. Then it's hard to reach, but you can. But the main handle is actually on the back, in between these engines, which look really good, by the way, for the small size. Set that down. And so you just lift this gray part up, and there's this little place where you can hold it. You can even hold it by a pinky, and it. Okay, I can't get it to work right now, but it'll stay up. Like, it's not too heavy at all. But this way, you can't access stud shooters. So when you're flying it around like this, you can't shoot at all, which is a little annoying. I just not gonna use them because it's hard to try to get around this big base. So yeah, that's one flaw with the set, but not bad. Because also you don't want to lose your studs. And then, of course, we have the all-important cargo bay or cargo bay blocks. And it's not Han Solo this time, unfortunately. I mean, it wouldn't make sense because this is a Mandalorian / Book of Boba Fett context. But it's still fine. You've got a Gamorrean guard. And I personally do not like this style of just having a really tall brick and then like this little grate with a sticker, because that is what they did in the earliest stage of when they first introduced Han Solo and Carbonite. It just feels a little like cheap to go back. I know it's not. I'm not saying that it is, like, because they'd only use this like in one set. But you know, it just feels kind of off to just have something, a great mold that they had in, like, I think it was 2015, and then just go back to the old style. But you know, fine. I'm just doing minor nitpicks to like help make this video a little more informative. And one last thing I want to point out is the colors are not terrible. You can see a little bit. I think there's a little bit of blue down here somewhere in the base, but it's hard to see. Really have to search for it. This red, you can see pretty well if you're looking at the engines. It stands out, but you know, it's not terrible because it kind of blends in with the red color scheme of this base, so not bad. The designer did a good job of hiding all the really bright colors that are on the inside of this the ship. So now let's go ahead and take a look at. I just want to say that these minifigures look amazing. First, we're going to start off with Boba Fett, the man himself, and the arm printing is very detailed with all his gadgets and ornaments. Whoops. But yeah. And then the torso printing is also very detailed. The only thing that could have made this fig better is maybe like a cloth piece for the robe, but that's just like the only thing I can think of because this minifigure is perfect. And even his face, that definitely looks like Tamora Morrison to me, and the scars look really accurate to the show. The jetpack, I don't remember if it's the right color or not, but it still looks nice. Maybe it would have been nice if this was the same color as this, like, dark green. I'm not sure which one is more accurate. But, you know, it's kind of hard to print bright colors onto black. But then we got the back torso, which also looks really good. And I'll show you the helmet. And I don't believe too many changes were made to this for the actual prop or the minifigure design. And of course you got this rangefinder, which you can bring down and up. So yeah, it's a nice figure. And then we've got the Mandalorian, who he has the Beskar spear, but he also has a pistol and no Ambin rifle this time. And as for his printing, it looks even better with the Clan of Two symbol and his gadgets as well. Other side, the cape is the thinner one. It doesn't go all the way out. And then nice gear there as well. Just really, really good figures. The one thing that can make this figure better is instead of having just a plain black head, we actually got to see his face, which I think it only comes in one set. But it's fine. It looks more accurate with his helmet on, anyways, with the black, because you don't really see their skin showing through. But yeah, cool figure. And I did want to point out one thing about Boba Fett, and that's his blaster, which I don't know how Lego would get this right, because it's a very interesting shape. They've tried several different things, but I think this one works the best because it slants outward and it just looks more like it. But yeah, it's not perfect, but it's really good, I think. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed my more in-depth review this time around. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.